to the GTCO Food and Drink Festival, Day 3. This is the first masterclass of the day. My name is Yasmin Fofana. I go by Afro Foodie on social media. I am from Côte d'Ivoire, along with Deborah, the chef who I'm about to introduce in a second. We are very, very excited to be here. And just to give you a little background information on the talented Deborah, back in March in Côte d'Ivoire, GTCO held the first GTCO Chef Masters Côte d'Ivoire edition. So it's a cooking competition designed to help upcoming talents to express their culinary creativity and make sure they have a platform to express themselves. So out of 9 candidates and more than a lot of applications, hundreds of them, Deborah was the winner of the first edition. So please give her a round of applause. And without further ado, let's introduce her to the stage. Please keep joining your hands together for Deborah. Hello. Deborah, how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, so
I speak in French.
So I didn't tell you, but I'm going to be your host for today, as you probably imagine. I'm also going to be your translator, maybe French teacher. We'll see about that. But Deborah doesn't speak English, so I'm going to be translating for her. So, we'll be interacting together. It's really supposed to be an interactive session. So any questions that you have for her, don't hesitate. So Deborah, let's start in French. Comment ça va?
Je vais bien, merci.
Est-ce que tu es contente d'être là?
Je suis vraiment, vraiment contente.
Okay.
Très contente.
So Deborah is very, very excited to be here today. Qu'est-ce que tu vas nous faire aujourd'hui?
Aujourd'hui, je vais essayer avec le public de revaloriser nos productions locales.
Okay.
Okay? Nous allons faire un millefeuille de patates douces accompagné de purée de aubergine. De purée de aubergine avec la noix de cajou et avec un filet de bœuf vraiment cuit de façon génialissime en fait.
Okay. So oui. That you understood. So Deborah really likes to work with local products, locally sourced products, whether they're mainly African, but of course Ivorian, this is where we're from. So she's going to be doing a millefeuille of sweet potatoes. Yes. She's also going to do mashed eggplants with cashew nuts and some beef as well to go with all of that. So while she... you can start. While she's...
Avant, j'aimerais lui poser des questions, en fait.
Okay, all right. She has questions for you. Okay. She came ready. Okay, vas-y.
Qui connaît la Côte d'Ivoire ici?
Okay, who knows about Côte d'Ivoire? Who ever been to Côte d'Ivoire? Did you go?
Yes.
Did you go or do you know? Both. Okay. C'est quoi ta prochaine question?
Okay. En fait, je vais lui demander de venir ici.
Okay, can you please come to the stage? Lady who knows, went. You okay?
Let me help you.
Yeah. You're very
Bonjour.
Beautiful.
Ça va bien,
comment vous allez?
D'accord. En fait, je vous ai appelé pour qu'on parle ensemble de mon pays qui est la Côte d'Ivoire. You can speak English.
So
okay.
she
brought French.
She brought the nice lady on the stage to help her, Deborah, talk about her beautiful country that is Côte d'Ivoire.
Okay, d'accord. Vous avez déjà été en Côte d'Ivoire?
Last year, May. I went to Abidjan last year, May.
D'accord.
And I visited a couple of places, the mall, and just a few places.
Qu'est-ce que vous avez aimé en Côte d'Ivoire?
Pardon?
Qu'est-ce que vous avez aimé en Côte d'Ivoire?
What did I do about Côte d'Ivoire? The streets were very clean.
Yes.
It has a lot of French influence, so the food is very nice.
Okay.
I had a lot of croissant and, nice food, nice French wine.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Merci.
So, today...
Thank you.
Okay, aujourd'hui, je vais leur parler de 4 produits.
Okay. Clap for her. Thank you.
Je vais leur parler de 4 produits.
Okay.
4 produits qu'on trouve facilement en Côte d'Ivoire.
Okay, so she's going to introduce 4 local products that are Ivorian based.
Yes, ok. Nous avons la patate douce.
Okay, so sweet potatoes to start with.
Ok. La noix de cajou.
Cashew nuts.
Yes. Ok, l'aubergine.
Eggplant.
Ensuite, le filet de bœuf.
Okay, so the beef that you're going to be cooking.
Ok, d'accord.
Beef fillet.
La noix de cajou.
Okay.
En fait, ce qui est intéressant avec la noix de cajou, c'est qu'en Côte d'Ivoire, la Côte d'Ivoire est depuis 2019 le premier exportateur de la noix de cajou.
Okay, so cashew nuts, I mean, Ivory Coast, Côte d'Ivoire, is the first leading export of cashew nuts in the world.
D'accord? Mais ce qui est dommage,
Okay.
c'est qu'on ne transforme pas la noix de cajou localement.
Okay, so what she found sad is that it's not easily, how do you call it? People don't use that product as much as home. Like it's not usually used in cooking and things like that.
Ok. Donc, ma mission,
Okay.
ma motivation, c'est d'utiliser et de transformer ces produits-là en vue de les faire connaître facilement au public.
Okay. So her mission and how she defined herself in her cooking style is really to make sure that the whole world knows about Ivorian products and how they can be used in cooking and all of that.
Il faut savoir que la noix de cajou est produite dans une région bien spécifique qui est Séguéla.
Okay, so the cashew nuts is produced in a very specific region of Côte d'Ivoire, which is called Séguéla.
Ok. Et aussi, un peu plus en haut de Séguéla, c'est-à-dire à Fekese-Dougou, nous avons une région magnifique où on a de merveilleuses productions de bœuf, de meilleurs élevages de bœuf en fait.
Okay, so up north on the country, along with other products that they do, we do source our own and grow. Source our own beef. So it's really, when we say Ivorian owned, it's very Ivorian owned, and we're proud about that.
Mais encore une fois, dommage, parce que le public ne connaît pas tous ces produits en fait.
Okay.
Et ce qui fait que c'est pas tellement utilisé en Côte d'Ivoire.
Okay.
C'est pas tellement utilisé en Côte d'Ivoire.
Okay, so again, the sad part about that is the fact that even though they're Ivorian and Ivorian grown and sourced and manufactured, not every Ivorian knows about that, let alone Nigerians like yourself or the entire world.
Ok. Du coup, je vous envoie avec moi derrière.
Okay, so she's taking you with her in the kitchen, so you can follow along as she starts cooking. Thank you, guys.
Je présente les produits, c'est ça?
Nice.
Ok. It's all. Where is the? This. Yes. Okay.
Nice.
Yes. Ok. Donc, pour la réalisation de la recette que je vais présenter aujourd'hui,
Okay. So she's basically going to go through the products that she has for her recipe of the day.
ok. Comme je disais, des éléments qu'on trouve un peu partout, très basiques.
So those are products that you can find pretty much everywhere. So the first is
Ici, nous avons la patate douce qui a été émincée.
okay. So the sweet potatoes that was prepped prior to this, that was sliced in very, very in a thin manner.
Ok. And la purée d'aubergine.
Okay, so this is the puree of eggplant.
Ensuite, la noix de cajou.
So cashew nuts.
Yes.
Okay.
But we are here.
Okay.
Ici, nous avons mixé ça.
Okay.
Mixé, envie de les ajouter après, en fait.
Okay. So it was grounded and mixed into this mixture. So it will be added to the eggplant later on.
D'accord. Donc, pour commencer, nous allons mettre une casserole au feu.
Okay.
S'il vous plaît, j'ai besoin de
So
casserole.
we're going to be talking like this all along, and I gave her some space at some point. But please, if you have any questions whatsoever in English or French, don't hesitate to ask the questions, and she'll be more than happy to answer you guys.
Non, other pan.
And she has a special guest on stage. I'm sure you know him, but he's very shy, right?
A big fry pan. No.
So no questions at the moment?
Yes.
No questions at all? Okay.
Ok, d'accord. Donc, nous allons commencer par mélanger en fait la purée d'aubergine et la purée de noix de cajou.
Okay.
Et laisser frémir un instant le temps que tous les parfums s'accommodent. Et de l'autre côté, j'ai mon nouveau commis, chef Raphaël, qui va faire le montage, qui va faire la cuisson de la viande en fait.
Okay, so she's going to start on her hand mixing the mashed eggplants and the mixture of cashew nuts together and let it sink in so the flavors can blend in. And her special guest on his end is going to be doing the beef preparation.
Non. Chef Yed. Please come. Let's.
So while you do this, can you tell us a little... pardon. Est-ce que tu peux nous dire comment est-ce que qu'est-ce qui t'a inspiré de t'inscrire au concours?
Rien. Rien. Je me suis inscrite comme ça un matin.
Ok, donc pour avoir l'envie de montrer tes talents.
En fait, à la base, c'était juste un défi pour moi.
Ok.
Juste un défi personnel pour moi.
Okay. So I asked her, because as I told you, she's the winner of the GTCO, the first edition of the GTCO Chef Masters that was held back in March in Côte d'Ivoire, Abidjan. And I asked her what inspired her to participate, to apply and participate in the competition. And she said it was a personal challenge for her. She wanted to prove to herself that she could do it, that she was up to the task, and here she is. So give her a round of applause again, please, guys.
Tu l'as dit quoi?
Non, j'ai expliqué que c'était un challenge personnel et que tu voulais te prouver que tu pouvais le faire. Donc, dans ton quotidien, tu es enseignante?
Oui.
Ok.
Et consultante.
Ok. So, tu enseignes la hospitality?
Restauration.
Okay. So, in her day-to-day, apart from being the winner of the GTCO Chef Masters, Deborah teaches in Abidjan. Ils ont quel âge environ?
De 15 à 41 ans.
Her students are aged 15 to 41, and she evolves in the hospitality industry. She's also a consultant when it comes to cuisine and expressing her culinary talent. And she hopes, c'est quoi ton rêve plus tard?
Mon rêve, c'est de créer en fait un guide culinaire africain, comme Michelin et autres en fait, en vue de peut-être faciliter l'homologation des restaurants et des... Non.
So she really aspires, I'm sorry, chef, she really aspires to build a culinary guide so that the world knows more about African and Ivorian restaurants, but also showcase what we do best, because African gastronomy is very important, as you know, and we really want to take and export what we do and what we know best to the world. So that's one of our goals in her career and in her life.
Ok, d'accord. Je vais expliquer comment j'ai mariné.
Okay, so she's going to explain how she marinated the meat.
Ok. Toujours dans ma logique d'utiliser les éléments simples.
So always align with her vision to use local products and healthy as well.
Ok, j'ai utilisé simplement des feuilles de laurier.
Okay.
Et du thym, du sel, du poivre, c'est tout.
So just basically spices.
Yes.
Okay. That's it.
C'est tout.
Okay.
So now, maintenant nous allons enlever en fait l'excédent d'épices pour faciliter, pour éviter que ça brûle dans la poêle.
Okay, so they're going to remove the excess of spices to prevent it from burning, I guess?
Burning,
yeah, okay.
I'm quite curious. What's the name of the sleeve and why is he using the sleeve?
Pourquoi tu as utilisé les feuilles de laurier en particulier?
I've never seen this before.
Ah, ok. En fait, les feuilles de laurier, ce qu'on ne sait pas, c'est que ça attendrit la viande aussi.
Okay. So this leaf, it's called laurier in French.
Bay leaf.
Bay leaf. Okay, bay leaf. Do you guys know bay leaf?
Yes.
Okay, so basically she said that it softened the meat. So this is what she used to make sure that, it was it cooked over, ça mariné overnight, right?
Ça marine et puis ça attendrit un peu plus la
Okay,
viande.
so
en fait.
it softened the meat really nicely, and it was done overnight as well. So it really gives that really tender feel, and you know. So I guess you learned something today. Always learn every day. Okay.
Hi, I have a question.
Yes, please do.
The bay leaf I only know the dried one. So is that the dry one?
You only know the.
Yes.
Sorry, go
The
ahead.
bay leaf that I know is the dry bay leaf. So is that the fresh one or the dry one? The one she used to wrap the meat. Is it the
Okay.
fresh bay leaf or the dry one?
Est-ce que les feuilles de laurier, elles étaient fraîches?
Non, c'est sèche.
Sèches. So they were dried indeed, but then the mix of flavors and the fact that it stayed in the fridge, parce que c'est resté au réfrigérateur, non? The fact that it stayed in the fridge, it kind of got that soaky feeling, but it was dried.
Okay.
It got hydrated. That's what the chef gave me the right term. It got hydrated in the fridge. But it's the same that you know. So you can do the recipe again at home, I'm sure. Yes, please. Oh, questions. Oh, I like that. Okay, go ahead.
On va faire passer ça. Il y a des tamis. Yes.
Here in Nigeria, we have different types of aubergines. I
Aubergines,
just want to
okay.
ask which particular one is she using?
No.
Okay.
Is it the purple, the green, the white? Or we can use any one?
Okay. Thank you very much for your question, ma'am. La question? Finissez.
En fait, dis-lui que j'ai besoin de tamis. Un tamis.
Donc la question c'était de savoir, il y a beaucoup de types d'aubergines ici au Nigeria. Donc laquelle aubergine en particulier? Est-ce que c'était l'aubergine violette? Est-ce
Non.
que c'était la blanche?
Il y a l'aubergine blanche.
Ok.
L'aubergine blanche qui a cette forme un peu ovale. Là.
Donc tu n'as pas ça ici?
Non, je n'ai pas. Chez nous en Côte d'Ivoire, ça s'appelle Ndrowa.
Ndowa.
Ndrowa. Yes,
Ok.
Ndrowa.
Ok. Donc c'est l'aubergine blanche.
Oui, aubergine blanche.
Ok.
Mais pas trop, en fait. I do some eggplant here. Eggplant, fresh eggplant. No, I do it here. Not
So she used the white aubergine, the round looking like. So this is what she used for this recipe.
Dis le nom en...
Okay, she's going to tell you the name.
Ouais.
In Baoulé, which is one of the ethnic tribe in Côte d'Ivoire, and the name is.
Ndrowa.
Oh yeah, you have a mic. Did you understand? So you're learning French and you're also learning Baoulé. See, this is a very. Go ahead.
No. Sorry, I just want to ask if is there any chance we can have a taste of the food after she finished cooking? Yeah. Because I love food.
You said you wanted to taste. That was your question. Donc il a demandé s'il pouvait goûter.
Oui, à un moment donné, il pourra
Okay.
goûter.
She said yes, and I'm going to add that because you were the first one to add, you'll be the first one to taste. See, life is about claiming what you want.
Juste un peu, puis la cuillère.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Please, my question is, apart from the bay leaf, what are the spices that was used to marinate the beef?
What type of spice did she use
Yes.
to marinate the beef?
Yes.
Okay. She mentioned bay leaf. She also mentioned
Du thym.
Thyme or thyme? Thyme, right? She also mentioned thyme. What else did you mention? Pour tes épices?
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. So it's very easy, very easy recipe. She wanted to keep it as simple as possible, so you guys can reproduce it at home, but also make it from our previous conversation that African cuisine or even fine cuisine doesn't have to be, complicated. It may look very refined and fine, but at the end of the day, the products are really like the everyday product that you can just make sure you leverage on that and make something beautiful.
Okay.
Oh, sure. Go ahead. Yes, please. There's a question with the lady. How's it going over there, chef? Very well. Okay. Ça va? Tu t'en sors? Ça va?
Oui, ça va.
Okay.
Good afternoon, please.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
I want to know, has she started the cooking now?
Have she what?
Is she cooking right now?
She is.
So,
Can't you
she's
see?
not telling us the process. What goes in first?
The idea is because, well, I'm translating, as you know.
Okay.
She's doing it, and I'm trying to carry along as she go. But the thing is, as I said before, she is mixing the cashew nuts, the ground mixture of cashew nuts that she was prepped with the mashed eggplant together. So that, I don't know if the camera, if you can see, or there's a focus or close look, but she's mixing it right now on the stove, and she will let it sink so the flavors, nicely blend in together. And on this side, Chef Raphael, her special guest, is re-marinating, I guess, is re-seasoning the meat.
Okay. Is
With salt and pepper.
going to grill the beef or fry
Yes.
Sorry, I can hear you, ma'am.
Is Chef Raphael going to grill the beef or fry it?
We're going to seal it in a pan just for nice color. Then we're going to put it in the oven to cook it.
So yeah, she has started cooking. It smells good from here. I'm sure you will start smelling it eventually.
Clean this. Clean.
Yes, a question. The nice lady in yellow, another one over there after that. Oh, okay, 3 questions.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Please, we would really like to know the spices she's adding on the sauce, please. Thank you.
So it was crayfish powder, salt and pepper that was added to the mix. Have I forgotten one? Fish powder. Yeah, I said that already. Fish powder, right? Oh, crayfish powder and fish powder. Okay, so crayfish powder, fish powder, black pepper, and salt. Okay? And she will let... Tu vas laisser ça pendant combien de temps?
Quoi?
Tu vas laisser ça pendant combien de temps?
Actuellement, je suis en train de mélanger. Je vais laisser ça environ 5 minutes.
Okay, so
C'est déjà prêt, en fait.
she will let that blend in for about 5 minutes before she moves to the next stage of the preparation. And here, Chef Raphael has started.
I'm sealing the meat right now. It's very important the pan is very hot.
Okay.
Yeah, because without the pan being very hot, it just boils. So you want the pan to be very hot so it actually seals and take a nice color. So that's what we're doing right now.
Okay, Chef. All right, I know there were 2 more questions. Please go ahead, ma'am.
What inspired you to be a chef? And is it possible for us to have a detailed recipe?
Okay. Alors, première question. Thank you very much for your question. Première question, qu'est-ce qui t'a inspiré à devenir chef? Et deuxième question, est-ce qu'ils peuvent avoir une recette plus détaillée après?
D'accord. La première question, qu'est-ce qui m'inspire? Il ne voulait pas partir à l'école longtemps.
She said she didn't want to go to school. She said it plain and simple. So I got the background story of this, but the very first, and it sounds weird said like that, but she wasn't satisfied with the, in Côte d'Ivoire, they call it, how do you call it, orientation. Like they assign you to a specific, when you're in high school, I don't know if it's the same here, you'll tell me.
Okay.
But when you're in high school, they assign you to a specific field at some point. So she didn't want to go and do math, like she had to go in her field that she was assigned to. Math was going to be very predominant, and she hated it. So she told her parents that she doesn't want to go to school anymore. So the story was like, okay, what do you want to do? And she was like, well, I want to go into cooking. But she had to prove to her mom that she could do it. So she had to come up with some type of business plan and a presentation to really prove to her parents that that's what she really wanted to do. So once she was able to do that and convince her parents that this is the path that she has set for herself, the parents are like, okay, we'll let you do it. And here she is today. So... But don't be a rebel like her. In a more seriously, I guess it's a good lesson for all of us to just follow your dreams and really be specific about what you want to do. Donc, je vais expliquer l'histoire de tu voulais pas aller à l'école et que tu as dû présenter à tes parents le plan pour le futur, etc. And the second question was, can you have a detailed recipe? I'm sure we can. On peut voir ça avec la team, non?
Oui.
I'm sure we can work that out with the organizers of the event. And I don't want to promise anything, but maybe see if it can be shared on social media. I don't know. Don't take my word for it, but I'll see what we can work out for you guys. Yes, another question.
Okay. Yes,
okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah, I want to ask, was there a time she had challenges in her, in her career? Was there a time she felt like giving up? Was there any challenge at any point?
Okay. Do you aspire to be a chef? Just curious.
No, I just want to know.
You just want to know. Okay. Elle demande si tu as eu des challenges à un moment donné, si tu as voulu abandonner. Est-ce que tu as eu des doutes?
Oui.
Oui. Me développe.
Non. Hein? En fait, en janvier 2021, janvier, février, mars 2021, j'ai fait un burn-out en fait. Et parce que en Côte d'Ivoire, j'ai remarqué que il n'y a pas assez d'espace pour les cuisiniers. Quand tu es cuisinier, on se dit bon, tu es une servante, vite fait, vas-y. Quoi. Donc j'avais décidé d'arrêter. Pendant 3 mois, j'ai arrêté. Et après, j'avais dit mais en fait, si ce n'est cette vie, quelle autre vie je veux vivre en fait?
Okay, so she did actually. It's a very good question that she did have challenges, experienced challenges in her very young career. So she told me that in January 2021, she went through a burnout, and she decided to stop. While she decided to stop for about 3 months, she asked herself, if not this life, which life is going to be? And I guess that asking herself this question, going back to her why and why she started and decided to choose that career, helped her regain the strength that she needed and the boost that she needed to come back even stronger from that burnout. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, Chef Raphael is using a special spice. I learned the name in Nigerian yesterday. I don't know how to say it. Il veut que tu expliques, tu sais, l'épice spéciale. Que tu expliques le poivre noir, le long poivre.
Oui. Il a mis
So in French, the perfect the literal translation is long pepper. But there's a name here that we were taught yesterday by Chef Yeide.
Chef Yeide, what is the name of this pepper in local?
Actually, I'm not sure.
What was the name of the spice? I think it's ewuru.
Use it for pepper soup.
Okay, so I can't pronounce ewuru. Am I pronouncing right?
Ewuru.
Don't make fun of me, guys.
Thank you very much.
So she's using Chef Raphael is using that spice now with some butter to make sure that
to give it more flavor, and scent as well. And we add a bit of butter as well to help, make it more subtle.
And it smells very good. I don't know if you guys can smell it, but it has very nice brownish colors to it as well.
J'ai besoin d'un autre truc qui va faire pression.
Bonne noisette.
Okay, I see you. Yes, I see your skills.
Okay.
And let's see what's going on over here. Qu'est-ce que vous faites?
Je suis en train de beurrer la plaque.
Ok. Pour mettre les patates douces?
Attends. Show me the other pan.
Okay, so while they're doing this, she's prepping to start cooking the sweet potatoes that was slightly thin yesterday. Do you have any other questions for her?
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My question is, does she have a mentor? And if yes,
sorry, can you say that word again? Does she have
a mentor? A mentor.
A mentor.
Yes. Okay. And why did she choose the person as a mentor?
Okay.
Thank you.
La question est de savoir, est-ce que tu as quelqu'un qui t'inspire ou un mentor? Et pourquoi est-ce que tu as choisi cette personne?
Quelqu'un qui m'inspire.
Ou un mentor? Est-ce que tu as un mentor au quotidien, dans l'école?
Oui, mon premier chef où j'ai travaillé, j'ai été en stage.
Ok.
Il s'appelle Pascal Favier.
Pascal
Favier.
Il est français?
Quoi?
Il est français?
Oui, les frontières, les chefs en Côte d'Ivoire, Soyam à Grand Bassam.
Okay, so she said the very first chef she ever worked for, he works in Grand Bassam. It's a resort town in Côte d'Ivoire, and that's the very first person she ever worked with in the kitchen. His name is Monsieur Flavier, c'est ça, Chef Flavier. He's a French chef, and I guess starting her journey with him really just sets the tone for her future, and that's I guess why she keeps him as a really good a mentor for setting her on the path.
Quand ça sort du four en fait.
Non, c'est bon, vas-y.
Okay. So, la personne qui voulait venir goûter la purée peut venir.
La purée.
Oui, juste la purée. 2 personnes, il y a besoin de 2 personnes.
Okay, so 2 people. So my friend in, yes, no, where was the first person that asked? I don't remember where it was. It was a man. He left. See? Okay, well, I see a lady in blue over there. Come in. So 2 people and a second person. Let me take somebody from all the way over there. But there'll be other things to taste, I promise. Okay, the person, yeah, come on. Yeah, you give them the round of applause then. They're coming to taste now on behalf of all of you. So they're going to taste the puree of, again, cashew nuts and eggplant mashed together. How does it taste?
It is nice.
Be honest.
It tastes really nice. And can babies take this?
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Okay. My question to her was, does it taste like something she experienced before? Is it close to something she knows?
Funny enough, I cannot pick a taste, but it's something related to what we can take as a Nigerian here. Anything that has to be paste, yes.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
Like not peanut butter. I think yes. There is a bit of dankwa taste and stuff like that. It's a snack in our
Donkwa. Okay, I hope I can taste that at the festival. Whoever is selling donkwa, hit me up. I want to make sure I taste that. Yes.
Donc en fait maintenant, Chef Raphaël a fini de cuire
okay,
la
so
viande.
Chef Raphael is done with the cooking of the meat.
Okay.
Okay.
Donc, nous allons maintenant laisser la viande se reposer.
Okay.
C'est impératif en fait pour que tous les arômes se libèrent, tous les assaisonnements.
Okay.
Et après, au moment venu, nous allons le passer au four en fait.
Oh, okay. So Chef Raphael has done with the first cooking stage. Now they're going to let it rest for a couple minutes and then put it in the oven. So it's she told me it's a very critical step that very essential that we let it sit for a while, make sure all the spices get in, and then before putting it.
Juice as well, because what happened when you don't rest the beef is when you cut it, everything comes down and comes dry. So it's very important that you actually rest it for a little while. Then we'll finish cooking it later on.
Okay, all right. So I'm sure the people who taste the beef will be very excited, right? I see a hand already. I didn't call anyone, but I see you. I see you.
Good morning, everyone. I just want to observe that. Okay.
Sorry.
Please let the guys taste that. The guys, let them have a taste of that so that there will be equilibrium. Thank
Sorry,
you.
I didn't get you. I didn't get.
I want a guy. Just choose some guys to taste that one so that there will be equilibrium. In that taste. Thank you. Well, I can volunteer. Thank you.
Oh, I should take both of men.
Yeah, guys. Yes,
and,
both for men and women. Yeah.
Okay, so you're advocating for yourself. I see.
And the guys. Not only me.
Okay, all right. I hear you. I hear you. Okay, so what's going on over here, chef? What's going on? Qu'est-ce que tu es en train de faire?
En train de cuire les feuilles de patates douces pour faire le millefeuille.
Ok.
En fait, là, on met le papier aluminium avec un autre récipient pour faire une pression. Pour ne pas que les feuilles se déforment pendant la cuisson, vu qu'on va les passer au four, en fait.
Au four après.
Oui.
Okay, so now it's a very special technique. Never seen it before. Sorry?
No, why?
No.
So I'm learning.
You're learning as well, right? So she's cooking the sweet potatoes, and whatever she's using a pan to make sure it adds pressure onto it, so it doesn't. How should I say this? It keeps it warm, I guess. It stays the same, and because it's going to go into the oven, so you make sure it doesn't. If I can say, doesn't break, for lack of a better term.
The oven is hot. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's. Okay.
So just to recap the process, the cashew nut was mixed and it was grounded and mixed with the puree, the mashed eggplant. Now it was done separately. Then she blended it this morning right in front of you guys. Added crawfish powder, fish powder, salt, and pepper. And now you guys tasted that. She's making sure that the sweet potatoes are nicely cooked as well. Now put it in the oven. The meat was also cooked here on the end, and it's going to become a beautiful meal. It will just magically appear in front of you guys. Yes, question. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
You mentioned that she sliced potatoes yesterday.
Yes.
So does that mean we have to slice it a day before we cook?
That's a very good question. Do you cook? Do you cook, sir?
Yes.
Do you cook? Oh, I like men who cook. Il a demandé, est-ce que le fait que tu as coupé les patates douces hier, donc est-ce que si on doit reproduire la recette, on est obligé de couper les patates douces la veille?
Non, c'est juste en fait pour la préparation, vu que j'ai pas assez de temps ici.
Ok.
Donc c'est plus la préparation. En fait, c'est un truc qu'on peut réaliser en 1h30 maximum, 2h30.
Okay. So no, she's saying the answer is no. The recipe that she's making can be done easily in 1 hour and 30 minutes. It's just because of time. She had to prep some of the things prior to today, so that's why she did it. But because peeling sweet potatoes and slicing it can take some time. But you can actually do it right on the spot. In the comfort of your home.
Okay. Sorry, my question. I'm here.
Oh, yes.
Okay. My question
is...
Oh,
the taster, the lucky
for the
boy.
meat.
Yes.
I noticed that initially the pan was very hot.
Yes.
Where you started. Did you, at a point, reduce the temperature or you kept at that particular same temperature? Because I know that you want the meat to cook, not all through. So was it controlled or you left it at that same temperature?
The first thing I did was make the pan pretty hot. And the thing is that because it's not just one fillet going there, it's about 3 fillets. So you need to make sure it's really hot. Because if it's not hot enough and it's just for one, it will become cold. So you really need the skillet to be very hot.
Okay.
Yeah. And you add the oil just about when you want to put the meat because you don't want to put the oil and leave it because it will burn. So as soon as you add the oil, you add the meat straight away.
And just may I add, why the butter at some point? Is it to add an additional flavor? Because
So basically in French cooking, usually what we have what called noisette. So that's when we take the butter. You know that butter is actually apart from fat, it's got cream in it. So when you burn noisette, what happens is that it separates. Then the cream becomes caramelized. So that's why we call it bon noisette. Okay.
You can
so I give it like a nutty flavor, bon noisette.
Okay. Thank you, chef. Thank you. Go ahead, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I want to ask, do you preheat the oven before the potato goes in?
Say that one more time, I'm sorry.
Did she preheat the oven before the potato goes in? Thank you.
Thank you very much for your question. Est-ce que tu as préchauffé le four? Oui. Yes, she did. What temperature? À quelle température?
C'est bon.
À quelle température?
On a préchauffé à 220 et on a mis la cuisson à 160.
Okay, so it was preheated at 220 and now it's cooking at 160. Oh, okay. Lady, I like the hat. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Oh, sorry. The cashew nut, is it a fresh one, a raw one, or roasted one?
Good question.
And the second question is, did she come up with this recipe or she learned it somewhere?
Okay, that's a good question. I like that you asked that because I asked her that too. So, la première question, c'est de savoir est-ce que les noix de cajou que tu as ajoutées, est-ce que c'était roasted ou c'était les normales, les simples?
Normal, simple.
Okay, so it wasn't the roasted one, it was the plain and simple ones. The cashew nuts. With the shell? Oh, no,
yes.
without the shells. Is that what your question? Can she have the mic again?
So if she didn't roast it, how did she remove the shell from get the real cashew nut, or she blended it together with the shell?
No, I don't think she did. Est-ce que tu les as enlevés de...
No, not yet.
She's busy. She's not even looking at me.
Sorry.
Kidding. Les noix de cajou, elle demande si c'était déjà dans les coquilles ou tu as enlevé les coquilles et puis tu as travaillé le produit.
C'était hors de la coquille.
Okay.
C'était hors de la coquille. Et j'ai juste fait torréfier ça. Et puis j'ai...
Torréfier sur le...
Oui, avec la poêle.
Oh, okay. So you did roast it at some point. She did roast it. So thank you. I can see you cooking. She did roast it on the pan right before mixing it. And the second question, la deuxième question, c'est de savoir la recette. Est-ce que tu l'as inventée? Est-ce que c'est une recette que tu as déjà travaillée? Est-ce que tu l'as apprise de quelqu'un?
C'est une recette que j'avais déjà travaillée avec une de mes chefs, de mes anciens chefs. Mm-hmm. Mais c'était pas cette version-là. C'était une version plus basique en fait. Ok. La version plus basique, il y avait quoi dedans? La différence avec la première... La première version, c'est que dans la première version, il y a des graines de sésame. Ok. Graines de sésame, akbi, tout ça dedans en fait. Et j'aimais pas en fait le rendu parce que je trouvais ça trop... Ça ressemblait plus à une sauce arachide qu'une purée en fait.
Oh, okay. So the fact that she learned the recipe with one of her chefs in one of the places she was working. The original recipe had sesame seeds and a spice that we call in Côte d'Ivoire akbi. It's a little tiny white grain that has a very strong taste. But the fact she didn't like the original recipe because it was giving that peanut butter flavor to it. So that's why she added her own twist to the recipe. So I guess it's old with the new, with Deborah style, you know?
Yes, en fait, ici, je viens de faire colorer des oignons, des échalotes, en fait, des oignons locaux, avec du beurre, du sel et du poivre. Pour avoir une sorte de couleur et puis le goût, en fait. Je ne sais pas si quelqu'un peut venir humer un peu pour voir ce que ça donne, en fait.
The lady can come. The lady with the nice hat. Come. Oh, yeah, come. Is that how you guys say it? I'm saying it nice. See, I've become Nigerians 2 days later.
Come.
She just explained that she just cooked the echalot, so other name as onions.
You can smell these movements. Yes.
So you can get a golden brown color.
So she caramelized the butter, to make sure that the onions had that really, really golden, very nice look to it and nice flavors. And it has nice smell. That's why she called the lady to just, really take everything in. So how does it smell?
Yeah, it smells like, the smell is a bit more, like it has weight. The smell is deep, like the aroma is so strong that it's very nice.
So I'm sure you can't wait to taste that with the whole meal, right? Everything together. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay, another lady with the nice hat. Go ahead, ask your question. She right in front.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
ma'am. Please, I didn't quite catch the chef's name, and I would like to know if he owns a restaurant like a walk-in restaurant, so I can have a proper
special
taste.
Guest.
Yes.
The special. You don't know the special guest's name.
I didn't catch it.
It's true that I didn't introduce him, but okay. So you want to know his name, and he has
a restaurant, a walk-in restaurant, so we can
here in Lagos or anywhere in the world.
Yes, Lagos specifically.
Okay.
And for her, yes, I would like to know if she has a restaurant in Côte d'Ivoire too. So when I visit, she's not.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
I thought you said she's from Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah, she's from Côte d'Ivoire. We are both from Côte d'Ivoire.
Okay. Okay. So does she have a restaurant that we can visit anytime we visit Côte d'Ivoire?
Oh, well, we're looking forward to have you.
I can have a taste of that.
Okay.
Whatever she's prepared. Yes.
You want to taste that too?
Yes.
I like that. So I'm gonna answer the second question before going to Chef Raphael.
Okay.
So Deborah doesn't own a restaurant yet. She is the winner of the GTCO Chef Masters Côte d'Ivoire edition. I don't know if you catch that when I said it was a cooking competition that was held last month in Côte d'Ivoire, very first edition, and she was the winner. So this is how she was invited here for this masterclass, but she doesn't have a restaurant yet. Est-ce que tu as des plans d'ouvrir un restaurant éventuellement? Des plans d'ouvrir un restaurant. Est-ce que tu aimerais ouvrir un restaurant?
Non, pas maintenant.
No. She said she doesn't want to open a restaurant yet. Yeah. But she does. Okay. Let me start by saying she's humble. She's talented and humble. Her answer was that she doesn't feel ready yet to open a restaurant because she's still herself in the process of learning and exploring Ivorian flavors. So she said that. Thank you. Round of applause. So even though she's working during the week, teaching and making sure that she stay up to date in her cooking, on weekends she just travels within the country. Because for those of you who don't know, Côte d'Ivoire has about more than 60 ethnic tribes, and every one of them has their own way of cooking. They have their own spices, their own staple dish, and things like that. So she travels, she takes time on the weekend to get ahead and travel and explore those flavors, make sure that it was, learn from the mama, the aunties, and the grandmas, and really want to perfect her craft before opening a restaurant. So. I think that's a very good thing to do, and she deserves to.
I call some leaf.
Question. We should introduce. Sorry, I didn't get to.
What?
Remind me.
Yes.
They are busy right now.
Yes.
His name? Okay, well, his name is not busy now at the moment. His name is Chef Raphael. I want to make sure I say your last name right. Dontoye?
Yes.
Dontoye. Okay. So, Chef Raphael, she wants to know if you own a restaurant here in Lagos.
I prefer
No, I'm jobless. I got all the time in the world now.
You can get away with that answer, Chef. I'm sorry.
I'm looking to be hired.
Can you recommend anyone?
Can I recommend a restaurant?
Yeah, French
Where?
cuisine in Lagos.
I think I've heard about a restaurant called Una. Am I saying that right? Yeah, I'm actually going to visit that on Tuesday. But really, I think there's a lot of talented chefs in Nigeria. And I'm actually waiting for them to have restaurants. There's so many names, Chef Ben, there's quite a lot. So, and actually I get very inspired whenever I come to Nigeria to actually meet all the chefs and see what they do, and I get really inspired. So, yeah.
Thank you very much, Chef Raphael. Yes, another question. Yes, go ahead. The lady, she's my, yeah.
Okay, hello, good afternoon. Okay,
Good
I
afternoon.
wanted to ask for the potato. Yes. In case there's not an oven, can frying work?
Sorry?
Like the potato.
Yes.
If there is not an oven, like you don't have an oven available, would frying work?
Oh, good question. Déborah? Elle demande si tu n'as pas de four à la maison. Est-ce que tu peux faire frire les patates douces? Si tu n'as pas de four.
Ce que je veux éviter, c'est l'utilisation de l'huile.
Oh, okay. So she said that what she wants to avoid is having it too greasy. So using too much oil. So I guess the answer would be no. Or maybe yes, but if you want to... C'est-à-dire que si tu n'as pas de four, malgré ça, tu veux faire la recette.
Okay. Use this.
Okay, the pan.
With, Légèrement du beurre.
Ok.
Légèrement du beurre dedans. On fait chauffer un coup.
Ok.
C'est-à-dire que, bon, d'abord, avant de... Si tu n'as pas de four, tu fais pré-cuit, mais tu surveilles vraiment en fait la précuisson.
Ok.
Il ne faudrait pas que ça se casse en fait.
Okay, so she's saying her first take on why she's using the oven is to avoid having it to fry with too much oil, right? Now, if you don't have an oven, use a regular pan, put some butter, like this, and you make sure that it's slightly heat, not overheated, and then you put you really watch out for the cooking of the sweet potatoes. So you can, but I guess it would take much more work and technique to go into that, but not to fry it per se. Does that answer your question? Okay. So how are we doing with the sweet potatoes and everything? Comment ça se passe?
Ça se passe bien. En fait, on va monter maintenant la cuisson.
Ok.
On va laisser cuire pour éviter que pour éviter de brusquer la préparation. On a bâti doucement et puis on va monter en fait pour accélérer les choses.
Okay, so she said that they are cooking at 160, so it was really to make sure it was a slow cooking and take up things nicely. So now they're gonna increase the heat to speed this up and make sure that it's ready soon. Okay.
C'est mon commis. Il est parti avec lui à Abidjan.
Okay, so she's saying she's taking you with her in Abidjan.
Yes.
Sorry?
You're going to Côte d'Ivoire with us.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Can we take him back to Côte d'Ivoire? We can.
You want me? I'm coming back home. You don't want me?
Ce sont des feuilles de menthe.
Basil. Not cut.
So now that everything is about to be ready, she's going to start putting everything together. Donc, qu'est-ce que vous faites maintenant?
En train d'égorger les... Bon, enlever l'eau.
Oh, okay.
Sur les trucs en fait. Voilà.
She has all this vegetable in the water is because it keeps cold water, keeps your vegetable fresh, and if you leave it in warm water, it doesn't stay. That's why she has it in cold water.
Okay, and what are those?
These are mixed vegetables, and that is basil leaf for garnishing.
Okay, so they're giving us some tips and tricks in your kitchen. So the reason why they have all the mixed leaves and vegetables in water, I don't know if you can see, but there's water here, cold water, is to make sure that it stays hydrated. So there's basil leaves. What else do we have, ladies? Mixed
salad.
Mixed salad as well. So they're taking it now because it's not nicely hydrated. So it's not going to be dry, just sitting out there like this.
Doucement.
So now she's patting it very nicely so they don't break. Like we can always whisper to the leaves. So now they're going to take the sweet potatoes out of the oven. Sorry, I will not be in the way.
Okay, that's right now. So, je vais utiliser en fait.
C'est bon? C'est comme tu veux?
Oui, c'est comme je veux.
Okay.
But now,
So the chefs approves
I make your plate hot, small in the oven.
the work of the assistant. Well done, assistant.
The vegetables. Yes. It's here. Maintenant, en fait, on va juste colorer quelques feuilles de patates douces, en fait.
Ah ouais? On remet sur le feu.
On va juste quelques feuilles.
Oh.
Pour la décoration, pour la couleur, en fait, la présentation. Sinon, en bas, tout doit être, en fait, ça doit être moelleux. En haut, est croquant et puis en bas, moelleux, en fait. Et ça doit avoir beaucoup de différentes textures.
Okay. So now that the sweet potatoes are out of the oven, she's going to take very few of them to give it that nice colors because it's going to be on top of the millefeuille. The top will have a little crunchy taste to it, and the bottom of the millefeuille will be soft. So now she's just going to take very few, put them in the pan to really give that, that nice, I don't want to say brownish, but I guess just some coloring to the millefeuille.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes. Good afternoon, ma'am.
So, I want to know for the potato, is there any other technique besides the double panning? Then, I noticed over time the second pan was taken off. How long do you have to leave it in the oven before they do that? Then, what's the overall timing?
Okay. Okay. Thank you very
much. For both the beef and the potatoes before you take it off. I'm very curious about the timing. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Déborah?
Oui.
La question était de savoir, est-ce que ta technique d'ajouter la poêle au-dessus, est-ce qu'il y a une autre technique? Si on n'utilise pas une poêle pour refermer, qu'est-ce qu'on peut utiliser?
deux récipients plats ensemble, pour ne pas que ça se déforme pendant la cuisson, c'est tout.
So it doesn't really have to be a pan. It's just that, we're using what we have now, but really anything that are, any flat items that you can put in together is really to avoid that, because I don't know if you remember, it was very it was thin slightly, so to make sure that it doesn't the form doesn't switch, I guess, or just doesn't lose its initial form. So this is why she did it. And the second question was, how long does it stay in the oven, right? So that resté combien de temps au four?
Normalement, si la température est bonne, maximum 5 minutes.
Okay, so if the temperature is right, about 5 minutes, and it's okay for staying in the oven. So we're wrapping up now.
So can I put the potatoes and
We're wrapping up now. Okay. Well, I was told our time together is over. Unfortunately, I was having fun. Were you having fun? Yeah. Okay, all right. So we will be ending the masterclass now. The question, please, the one with the question about food design, we'll hold it up to the end, and you be one of the taster as well. So when you come up to the stage, you can ask the question. But thank you very much for having Chef Deborah. Please give her a round of applause. Winner of the GT Co Chef Master Côte d'Ivoire edition, along with her special guest, Chef Raphael, and also the team, the lovely ladies who were helping her. My name is Yasmine Fofana, and I was really, really happy to be here. Eche, merci. Déborah, comment ça va?
Je vais très bien, merci.
Ok, alors tu viens de finir ta masterclass. Quelles sont tes impressions de cette masterclass que tu viens de faire au GT Co Food and Drink Festival?
C'était fantastique, se retrouver en face de plus de 100 personnes, c'est quelque chose de vraiment génial.
Okay.
J'ai vraiment adoré.
Okay, so my question to her was, what was her first take about the masterclass that she just held? And she said it was an amazing experience, being in front of the, on the stage with all these people, answering the questions, interacting with the crowd. She really, really had a good time. And what do you want to say to everybody following online that we're not unfortunately able to taste? Mais qu'est-ce que tu veux dire à ces gens qui nous suivent en ligne?
D'accord. En fait, d'abord, je voudrais remercier la Chichi Bank, remercier les gosses, remercier le public. Et aussi, en fait, je veux dire à tous ceux qui rêvent d'être cuisiniers, de toujours croire en leurs rêves. Je ne savais pas que j'allais me retrouver ici. Je me suis retrouvée à Lagos aujourd'hui. C'est vraiment un truc incroyable pour moi. Il faut toujours croire en son rêve et toujours travailler sur le travail payant, en fait.
Okay, so she just said that she really wanted to start by thanking GT Co for having her, the crowd, the audience, and everybody working on this event. She's very grateful to be here, and she wants to tell people, if you have a dream, keep pushing and keep believing in your dream, because she didn't know she was going to be here today, and she is here thanks to that faith in her dream and in her passion. So keep pushing, you can make it one day as well.